Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. You join me all on this wonderful, delightful day as I prepare myself and gather myself and get myself together and ready. I'm going to be doing live readings. So if that seems like something that you're interested in seeing more of, then feel free to stay tuned. I'm not sure if I'm going to be editing this content or this just yet. So yeah, stay tuned. But yeah. So, thank you for tuning in. As always, I'm your host with the absolute most. And yeah, thank you for joining me today. Alright, so let's get our prayer. If I send me evil, I send it back to you 10 times fold. Angels, please bless and protect this space. Angels, please bless and protect this space. And ensure all the pure angels will be coming to life and things correct. Alright. Angels, thank you for blessing and protect this space. Alright. See, I'm just gonna allow people to join on in. Come in. Alright. Angels, characters, and extras, and transporting space. Banish all residual forces, influences, solutions, and agents. This piece of working. May the powers of light radiate within and without and bless these sacred cards with the power of truth. Alright. Okay. Thank you all for tuning in today. Just gonna have that there. Just in case I have some notes to take. Pen. Alright. Hi everybody. Welcome in. Everybody. Thank you for joining me. Welcome in. Oh. the stars and conscious directly from stern into stretch councils of light, benevolent beings of the highest form only. Come, come, come. Great cosmic mother, I surrender to your holy grandmother, I surrender to your thankfuls. Great cosmic father, I surrender to your protection. Grandfather, I surrender to your support. Until this moment, I will enter temple and allow my soul is true as the step and activate pour out my heart as the gateway to truth. Step back with light, discard that dust rise, and look deeply within to fill my heart and the heart of all those who reach for my family. The only effort of the heart's deepest purpose and most important prayers in the soul's highest callings for the good of all people and beings. May the guidance messages ever be clear, kind, supportive, and helpful, moving from my will to thy will as the path away. I call upon the steady pulse and granite wisdom of the earth. Some people, plant people, keepers of the earth, guiding me and all those who are for by allowing these cards to reveal the granite action that's most helpful and only ever for the highest benefit of all. May they anchor and be all who come into contact with them back home to your effortless rhythm of you. Dear sweet mother, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, with that out of the way, we're all tapped in. Alright. Alright. No, baby. She asked if there was someone in the bathroom.
Who, Layla needs to
Yeah,
use the bathroom?
no, she asked if there was anybody in there.
Should you use the potty?
She's already in there.
Okay, mommy. I love you.
Alright, let's see here.
This sweetheart.
Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. This must be a significant message here. We'll take it. 4, 5, 6, 7. Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate you. Namaste. Alright, so this message says here, karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. Alright, so that's our first message today, karmic relationships. So is anybody out there dealing with karmic relationships? Does anybody know what karmic relationships are? Let's study this. Let's look into this further, shall we? Let's go ahead and see what this is saying together. Karmic relationships. Page 84. Alright, karmic relationships. Hang on, guys. Alright, it sounds pretty good. Alright, so let's continue. Alright, so karmic relationships. This is the card that I got to start us off here. Yeah, let me turn the camera on so you guys can get a better look here. Karmic relationships. So this card talks about the constellation of Orion is thought by many to have been a place of great polarity and eventual unity. Some believe that many starseeds who were a part of this cosmic history are incarnate on Earth, now are playing out karmic relationships from Orion times. Perhaps you're one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. However, because of this, conflict can also result in unity and growth. Too many misunderstandings are caused when we don't open our heart and mind and see things from a different point of view. When we go into reactive second-guessing mode, instead of gathering the courage to open our heart, we show we should admit that we may have reacted because of our own inner woundings and then find mutual ground. We are all innocent children looking to be seen, understood, and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart. And yet, that's the invitation of conflict. It's easy to react and take things personally. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and find a way to grow closer through the conflict. It's through relationships that we grow the most. How can you soften your heart and drop your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view? How can you see the innocence of all involved? How can you learn to see the similarities rather than the differences? All right, so that's karmic relationships. I think we all are dealing with a karmic relationship. One, two, we all are. I think we all are basically dealing with karmic relationships. I know I am, me personally. So me personally dealing with the karmic relationship. Just recently, I feel like my past relationship was a karmic relationship. Um, who I felt like was my twin flame could have more than certainly been my karmic. So yeah, beautiful energy here. We're all good. Okay, let's continue. So yeah, that was while I was shuffling. That was the first card that came out here. So that's the first message that we got here from the Star Keepers and Star Ancestors. So, it's quite prevalent, that's like a huge message there. A lot of the time, there's people that we encounter that we judge them basically. In other words, we basically encounter people that we may judge that have a lot of similarities to us and that are basically here to help us grow. We might have been with these people in past lifetimes. Basically, we might have had past lifetimes or depending upon if you, if you align with or you resonate or you agree with reincarnation or not. It doesn't change the fact that many of us have reincarnated, if not from this specific planet, other planets, other galaxies, other universes we've incarnated from. And sometimes we come with lessons that we need to learn. Others, we have missions and so on and so forth. But a lot of the time, there are people that we can either incarnate with or that we can align with or that we basically bump into that we find out that we actually have had many lifetimes with or other lifetimes with that can trigger things within us that either help us grow or things that we need to know or things that basically trigger stuff within us and so on and so forth. And I definitely feel that I know I can actually count on my finger one or two people that have actually been basically what this card is talking about, which is a karmic. So that's pretty cool. Second card coming out here, we have Star Brothers. Beautiful, beautiful energy here. Hang on. Let's turn it around so you guys can see it. This card in all its beauty. Because these cards are really great, really beautiful illustrations. Hold on. Really beautiful illustrations here. Star Brothers. Horus energy. Protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So we're going to be reading from that card next. Alright. So let's see here. I'm going to be reading from that card next. I'm guessing my audience might need that light. Star Brothers. Page 106. Star Brothers. Horus energy. Protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. You are more protected than you can imagine. It's safe to open the back of your heart. You're being called to be open to receiving a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you're connected with. Through ancestral patterning, current life traumas, and past life karmic impressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and have blocks with who we allow to come to receive support from. So wow, that's crazy. So we have the first card, karmic relationships here, and then the second card that comes after that is basically talking about karmic, having to do with karmic stuff. So that's significant. If you guys don't believe in, things happening, for a reason, that definitely signifies things happen for a reason here, because definitely so. Because we have karmic relationships as the first card coming out here, and then the second card here we have star brothers coming out here. And when I read it, it basically is speaking about how we're more protected than we can imagine, and it's safe to open the back of our heart. You're being called to open to receive a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you're connected with. Through ancestral patterning, current life traumas, and past life karmic impressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and have blocks when it comes to receiving support. So basically it's saying how, because of what we've experienced and encountered in the past from other people, we're less likely to trust people. We're less likely to receive support from people that are actually meant to be in our life and be a support system and give us support based on, karmic impressions and ancestral patterning, basically patterns that our ancestors went through with, them being, done dirty or done wrong by other people, and then also what we've been through with past relationships and such allows us to have impressions and patterns that we pick up on or that we hold within us that don't allow us to be trustful of people and don't allow us to not be suspicious of people's, what their intentions are for that matter. It's not crazy. We're getting the tea today. We're getting down. We're really getting the tea. We're really getting the real, truth of what actually. Let's see here. Let's see what else our ancestors are. Okay, let's see. Fall into my arms. Surrender. No. Hang on, guys. Surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. Okay, so let's see what this is about. Here we have, fall into my arms here. Fall into my arms. Let's see. Page 66. Alright. The Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life can be, that being human can be lonely and confusing, that the polarity and separation can be excruciating when your soul remembers the oneness of Source. But at the same time, it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. So often we see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that we're being rewarded, and when things are bad, then perhaps we've done something wrong. However, we are all here to expand and grow, and it's through the extremes of life that we do exactly that. You're being invited to welcome the highs and the lows of human experience, to let them initiate you more fully into life. The agony and the ecstasy, the beauty and the bitterness. Alright, so that's what we're talking about here today. So please bear with me. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, burdens, and doubts. to lay them on her altar, to fully fall into her arms, to remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say, I've lived truly. Wow, that's beautiful. I'm ready to embrace the extremes of my life. I'm ready to embrace the extremes of my life. I lay all that I'm carrying onto the Great Mother's altar and fall completely into her arms. Wow, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. So this card is beautiful in and of itself. This says right here, fall into my arms here. So the Great Mother wants us to fall into her arms, lay down all what we're carrying, all the hurts, all the sorrows, all the things that we've been carrying within us that have disallowed with 11:11 with 11:11 on the timer. That's on the time. That's just awakening time right there. Basically, just that we carry a lot of things within us. I don't want to trigger anybody out there, but we carry a lot of hurt. We carry a lot of sorrow, a lot of things that don't allow us to see the truth, the true nature of all that is, that disallow us from seeing the sheer beauty of all that's around us, and don't allow us to basically hone in on our creativity, on our visions, on our dreams and aspirations for ourselves, and push them further into our reality. We're being called to basically like let that down, let that all go, and just let it go, and to fully fall into her embrace, and basically just the same way that you would like go to God's altar and to basically lay down all your guys' sins, all your hurts, all your worries, just lay that down, and just basically, whatever your religion is. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Beautiful, beautiful cards here. Bottom of the deck here we have Messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. So as I am a messenger today to all of you out there, hopefully I'm bringing harmony and balance to you all. And by the way, this is the Starseed Oracle deck that I'm reading from today. This is the Starseed Oracle deck. I'm a Starseed, so I'm speaking to you as the Starseed Oracle today, and I'm bringing you guys specific Starseed Oracle messages. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to this reading. Thank you for tuning in to this transmission, shall I say. I hope that we're able to bring you messages here today. It will be beneficial to all of you out there. All right. All right. Sitting on the floor today. Sitting on hardwood floor, so it's a little bit getting comfortable here. Let's see what else comes out. All right, Star Keepers, Star Ancestors, show me the messages that I have for myself and those that are watching, please. Thank you. All right, so we have trust the timing and jump in. All right, two beautiful cards here. Trust the timing and jump in. Okay, where did I put that down there? Oh, it's right here, okay. So, trust the timing was our first card here, so we're going to read that. Trust the timing. Page 114. Alright. Trust the timing. It seems that everyone has anxiety these days, constantly scanning for something they might have missed or a possible threat. Keeping our mind and body pointed in the same direction as our soul is near impossible at such reactive speeds. Right now, you're being reminded to take a breath and trust the wave you came in on, to trust the season you're in. Time isn't running out. There's plenty of time. There's no rush, and it's never too late. Basically, to just allow yourself to be now in this moment to trust that everything is happening in divine timing, everything is in perfect timing, everything is in perfect order, everything is happening for you. Basically, everything is happening for you and not against you. Like, things are happening to you, or things are happening for you and not to you, basically. Things are happening for you and not to you. Basically, you're not, you're not in opposition to the universe. You're not in opposition to things. You are in perfect and correct alignment and position to be perfect alignment with your highest and greatest good, with all things, with your abundance, with your grace, with your highest and greatest good, your soul purpose, anything that you wish to align yourself with. And we have jump in here, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change as our second card here. Let's see what this is speaking about. Let us see. Jump in. Beautiful message so far. Beautiful, beautiful message. Let's see. Jump in. Page 82. 82. Okay, jump in. Andromeda is a spiral galaxy, the closest galaxy to the Milky Way. It's believed that Andromedan starseeds are a group of beings who love their freedom. Okay, so I may be speaking to Andromedan starseeds today. Very adaptable, they have a strong willingness and an adaptability to change and go with the flow, to find calm in the chaos, to swim with the tides. This card is here to encourage you to do the same. Perhaps you have a significant goal or opportunity ahead of you. If so, you're being guided to jump in. Don't wait for permission. Don't stall until you feel ready. Take a deep breath, a good old run up, and jump right on in. Life bends for the courageous, and courageous is what you're being called to be. You are already facing the right direction. The only thing left to do is leap. You will figure out the details as you go along. Things may not always be smooth sailing. Life on earth rarely is. However, it's the roughest seas that teach us how to sail with glory. And once you know that, you can navigate any sea, ocean, or storm. The Andromedans want you to fall in love with surfing the waves of life. To seek more adventures, to embrace your own adaptability and find a way to be the calm in the chaos. You didn't come to Earth to be passive. You came to Earth to truly live. Now take a good run up and leap. Beautiful, beautiful energy, you guys. So basically, this is a message speaking about, yes, there's always going to be something happening. There's always going to be the next big story, the next, drama, or the next thing that's going to go wrong in the world. But it's really important to trust the timing and everything. Trust that we have the ability to just change what we have the ability to change ultimately the things that we see for ourselves and how we see our current lives, and basically just to basically find calm in the chaos. Like, even though there's things happening around us, if you can find stillness and be centered within, you won't allow the chaos and the outside things to affect you. Alright, so that's what I'm getting so far. Let's get one more card to close this out. Is that ancestor? Sorry. Keepers, one more card to close this out, please. Thank you. Alright, we got 3. As for 1, we got 3. You've got the love. You're not alone. And your life is a canvas. These 3 cards here. So intuitively, when I pick up from these 3 cards, codependency, boundaries. So basically, learning not to be codependent with others is very important, to have healthy boundaries, to remember that even when you're quote unquote isolated, or when you're within by yourself or not around a lot of people, just remember that you're not alone, that you are part of a greater, collective of people that are, striving for something greater, and you are part of a community, and that you are the artist. Your life is your canvas, and that you have the paintbrush to manifest whatever it is that you want for your life's, whatever your project is, whatever you see for yourself, basically. So yeah, that's what I get so far. Beautiful message. I hope that this helps. Bottom of the deck here we have spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So yeah, some of you guys may have gained a spontaneous activation or an awakening from that message there. So I hope that that serves you well, as always. Namaste, and yeah, that you guys have enjoyed this so far. We're going to go ahead and continue into some other messages, but that will conclude our current video. So thank you for tuning in, and as always, namaste.